can you hear me?
Hi, Erin. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, great.
I've got
Well,
another.
I can hear you too. I think there's something weird with the Teams call, but we can still hear you for the broadcast.
Okay. I've got another call coming from Collinsville. Would that be John?
Maybe so.
Okay.
Yep, I'll get off.
Hi, this is Elaine. Good morning. My name is Elaine Haynes, and it's my pleasure as chair of the St. Louis College of Pharmacy's Board of Trustees to welcome each of you to these commencement exercises for the class of 2020. For more than 155 years, the college has educated thousands of pharmacy and healthcare leaders, innovators, and practitioners. Today's ceremony sets a historical precedent as our first ever virtual commencement. I am so proud of our 2020 graduates. They will be joining the ranks of our incredible alumni who are impacting patients and communities locally, nationally, and globally. In addition to a very special greeting to the members of the graduating classes, I wish to offer greetings to the parents, relatives, and friends of all of the graduates for whom this day has such special meaning. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I also extend greetings to the members of the college's faculty and staff who are with us today. I want to express my thanks and appreciation to each of you for your dedication and commitment to our students and for a job extremely well done, even in the roughest of times. It is now my pleasure to call upon Dr. John A. Pieper, President of the college, who will preside over these ceremonies.
Thank you, Elaine. Good morning and welcome to the 152nd Annual Commencement Exercises for St. Louis College of Pharmacy, the oldest pharmacy educational institution west of the Mississippi River and the third oldest college of pharmacy in the United States. Today is a very special day. It is our first virtual commencement and the first one to be held in September, as far as I know. It also marks a monumental milestone for our talented young graduates, and it's a special day for each of us, the family and friends of the graduates, and our faculty, staff, and alumni. I can assure you, this group of graduates are an extraordinary group of men and women. I have spent 40 years as a faculty member, department chair, dean, and now president at 6 different colleges of pharmacy in the United States, many regarded as among the very best pharmacy programs in the world. I believe today's bachelor graduates and our graduating student pharmacists at our college are smarter, harder workers, more dedicated to community service, and more passionate about patient care than any student pharmacy graduates in the United States. Even more so, I can say that today's graduates have faced challenges and changes unlike any we have ever experienced in our lifetime. They have done so with strength, grace, and resilience. St. Louis College of Pharmacy is a historic and special place because of our outstanding faculty, staff, alumni, and students. And today we celebrate the successes of 123 Bachelor of Arts and Science graduates and 101 Doctor of Pharmacy graduates. And now it is time for you to take the next step. For some of you, that means you have continued your education in the college's Doctor of Pharmacy program or pursued another graduate or professional degree. For many of you, you have begun what will surely be very bright careers. No matter where your paths lead, I am certain you will go as leaders in your communities, using the gifts and passions that you have always possessed with the knowledge, skills, attitudes, and behaviors you have developed at the college. Because you are now armed with an education from one of this country's very best health profession colleges, you are the graduates and the practitioners that can affect change. You are the ones that can help lead people to healthier and happier lives. We are excited about your futures, and we are also proud of each one of you. On behalf of the entire St. Louis College of Pharmacy family, congratulations. I would now like to introduce Esther, President of the Bachelor of Arts and Science class of 2020, who has recorded this video message on behalf of her class. Esther.
Good morning. On behalf of class of 2020, I would like to thank all the people that made our years at Stillcop possible. To the administration, to the faculty and the staff, we thank you for providing institutional guidance. And to our parents and guardians, we thank you for all the supports that we received. I stand before you today as a class president of 2020, privileged to share my story. During our freshman seminar, Foundation of Learning, we were told to write 3 things we want to accomplish at this institution. I said, I want to focus on getting good grades, making new connections, and eventually leaving my own legacy here. And I omit putting extra emphasis on making lots of connections. From the day I stepped on this campus, I interacted with lots of people and listened to their stories. Yes, this does mean that I allow myself to get a little lost in other people's stories the night before the exams, but through that, I got to learn about their families, friends, jobs, political affiliations, and eventually about how they envision impacting their communities. It was amazing to see how each of us brought so many different colorful pieces to Stillcop, yet we were united under the goal of ultimately being leaders of our respective fields. By spending one of our most important yet vulnerable times of our lives together, we have left imprints on each other's lives. Through our time here, our Snapchat stories, Instagram posts, and Facebook messages started to integrate. We went through our confusing yet amusing freshman year together, figuring out how to be great classmates and roommates. After that, sophomore year came, which pushed us out of our rooms into ARB to master anatomy and physiology. Next, we entered our junior year, breezing and coasting through, not knowing what other challenges awaited for us in the near future. When our first professional year came, we stumbled upon new academic challenges along with some technical issues as we adapted to online learning. We were linked by all the correct and incorrect answers we put on our group learning sessions, our calculations on pre-lab work, and our take-home quiz grades. But most importantly, we were united by our shared stories and memories. My fellow classmates, I will always carry a piece of you in my story. We, the class of 2020, will always carry a piece of each other. I sincerely wish that the positive impact we've made on each other will make a positive impact on our lives and careers and help us leave a great legacy in our communities. Just like how our class united to make Stillcop a warmer and brighter place than it was before. 2020 has sure been a ride. We were faced with many unanswered and uncomfortable questions. We had to find new ways to communicate and carry our daily tasks, and we were left with many uncertainties. However, the year also served us as a wake-up call to reflect on how we once lived our lives and think ahead to how we are going to live our lives in the future. With the connections that we developed, let's use those advantages and resources to start answering the questions that this year gave us. Whether you decided to continue on your education path as a pharmacist or plan to pursue another path, I applaud you. As you embark on your new journey in this unprecedented time, I hope you continue to make great progress on the next goals of your life. And from the bottom of my heart, I wish you all the best. Congratulations, class of 2020. Good morning.
Thank you, Esther. I would now like to introduce Lauren McCulley, President of the Doctor of Pharmacy class of 2020, who has recorded these remarks on behalf of her class. Lauren.
Guests, administrators, professors, families, friends, and members of the doctoral class of 2020. I am honored and humbled to address you today. My name is Lauren McCulley, and I had the joy of being our class president these past 4 years. I never would have thought this is how I would be addressing you all today. As all of you, I expected our graduation day to be vastly different. I pictured us waking up on May 9th in pure bliss, knowing that we were about to walk through the doors of Stifle Theater and walking across the stage surrounded by family, friends, professors, and administrators that we spent our time with over the past 4 years to receive the degree we have fought tirelessly for. Where do I begin? Life as we knew it changed dramatically. In March, we were either about to start our very last rotation ever, or for some of us, finish up school forever, after what may have seemed like the longest 4 years of our lives. Never would we have thought that the world would be taken over by a pandemic. Never would we have thought that we would be graduating in September, let alone virtually. And never would we have thought that most of us would be licensed pharmacists and working full-time on the front lines of a global pandemic. As I sat down to write this speech, I started over more times than I'd like to admit. What I would have said in May from today is vastly different. Guests and family members. For those of you who do not know, our class is very unique to St. Louis College of Pharmacy. We are the only class composed solely of transfer students. And if transferring schools and starting all over wasn't hard enough, we were also the trailblazers, thank you Dr. Gleason for the nickname, for a brand new curriculum. To my classmates, I can't put into words how proud I am of each and every one of you. We have fought so hard to get to this point. We stayed up nights on end to study for exams, sacrificed time with friends and family, and some, if not most of us, shed some tears in the process. Over the past 4 years, our class has gone through a lot. We dealt with moving pieces constantly to figure out how a new class was going to be taught. We filled out a lot, and I mean a lot of surveys to give our feedback on how classes went to change things for classes underneath us. And we fought to make ourselves known as a class StoCop will never soon forget. Meeting after meeting, announcement after announcement, change after change, we stuck with it, and we made it. Our time here was much like this pandemic, going through ever-changing recommendations and barriers. But we made ourselves known on campus. Our voices were heard and respected, and we got the ultimate prize of a doctoral degree. If any class was ready to step out as newly licensed pharmacists during a pandemic, I couldn't think of a better, more prepared class than ours. After all times we got knocked down, we persevered, and we got right back up. We leaned on each other, and we leaned on the faculty and staff that fought for us and encouraged us along the way. On behalf of my class, we can't thank all of our professors, staff, administration enough for all of your hard work and encouragement and dedication to us throughout these years. We couldn't have done it without each and every one of you, even if that meant we all might have lost our minds in the process at some point. We wanted nothing more than to celebrate the day with all of you. But of all years, for there to be a pandemic, I wouldn't have expected it to be any other year than 2020. Now, my class is joining you in the front lines of this pandemic, not as students, but as pharmacists and your peers. We are living the lives you are living and learning to navigate not being a student anymore and transitioning into the successful pharmacist you all taught us to be. To my class, thank you for everything you have given me these past 4 years, and thank you for showing me how strong and passionate you are. Thank you for being vocal during class meetings about the curriculum. Thank you for looking out for each other and leaning on each other during those difficult times. I aspire to be just like each and every one of you. You all have inspired me to be my best over the years, and I can't wait to see what all you have in store for your future. Lastly, class of 2020, I will leave you with this quote by Barack Obama. Change will not come if we wait for some other person, or if we wait for some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. Class, go out. Be the change. Whether it's in everyday life or in your career, make yourself known and be thankful for the experiences that come at you, good or bad. Congratulations, class of 2020. We did it.
Thank you, Lauren. I would now like to introduce Dr. Bruce Canaday, Dean Emeritus of the School of Pharmacy, for remarks to our graduates. Bruce.
Good morning, graduates. 4 years ago, I had the honor of addressing you as a group as we gather to present many of you with your white coats. How you have grown and matured since that day. All of you have successfully completed a challenging, high-caliber educational program provided by our cutting-edge faculty. All of you have acquired and developed the knowledge, skills, attitudes, and behaviors necessary to become a caring, competent, and committed professional. Many of you have become healthcare professionals with unparalleled expertise in medication use, trusted by patients and the healthcare team to make decisions and take actions that benefit those you serve, ensuring that your patients receive maximum benefit from their medications with minimal risk. All of you are expected to relentlessly pursue excellence, furthering your skill and proficiency in your field. And for many, that means becoming the medication expert on the healthcare team. As such, not only do you care for, but truly care about your patients, understanding that they don't care what you know until they know that you care. Many of you stand on the front lines of patient care, putting yourself in harm's way to assure the health and safety of the patients you serve. That is to say, for many of you, you have become a pharmacist, and you are one of us now. As graduates, I am proud of each of you for what you have done so far and what you will yet do. And I am proud and honored to call you colleagues. As well, I am proud of the part we at Stillcop have played in your continuing journey, and it has been my honor to serve as your dean. Congratulations, colleagues, and to many of you, welcome to the profession. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Canaday. We are privileged to have a very special commencement speaker this year, Dr. William Miller, Professor Emeritus of Clinical and Administrative Pharmacy at the University of Iowa College of Pharmacy, has recorded a special address for you. Dr. Miller has held multiple positions of leadership in our profession, beginning as Director of Pharmacy at the former City of Memphis Hospital in Memphis, Tennessee, as Director of Hospital Pharmacy at the Medical University of South Carolina in Charleston. He has also served as Academic Chairman at the University of Tennessee Health Science Center, College of Pharmacy, the College of Pharmacy at the Medical University of South Carolina, and the University of Iowa College of Pharmacy. Dr. Miller has authored over 100 publications in his area of research, which includes evaluative and outcome studies of pharmacy education and practice. He's a past president of the American College of Clinical Pharmacy and the American Association of Colleges of Pharmacy. He has also served on the American Society of Health System Pharmacy Commission on Credentialing, which is responsible for accreditation of all residency programs in the United States. Dr. Miller, a founding member of the American College of Clinical Pharmacy, is a past recipient of the ACCP Paul F. Parker Medal and was recently named the 2020 recipient of the Harvey A.K. Whitney Lecture Award by ASHP. Dr. Miller is also a founding member and founder of the Board of Directors for Pharmacotherapy, the Journal for Human Pharmacology and Drug Therapy. He also has served as one of the inaugural members on my President's Advisory Council. Let us welcome and receive this video message from Dr. William Miller. Bill.
It is my pleasure to congratulate all 2020 graduates and their families. Your graduation as a pharmacist will be an accomplishment that will positively influence your entire life. You should be proud to be graduates from the St. Louis College of Pharmacy. You are graduating from one of the few top-tier colleges of pharmacy in the USA. As a new alumnus, I would encourage you to take advantage of educational opportunities and other social events for alumni at the college. Long-term, as an alumnus, I encourage you to support further development of the college by giving. My comments today are focused on healthcare trends that will affect your practice as a pharmacist in community, health system, and other settings. Change is a constant in one's personal life, our work life, our country, and the world we live in. Change is usually incremental over time and rarely sudden or radical. Although changes in healthcare are likely to continue to be gradual, the pace of change in this century is likely to be more rapid for various reasons. Changes in healthcare will be affected by state and federal governments, health professional education, public needs, and new methods to prevent, treat, or eliminate diseases, including novel drugs, gene therapies, and other factors. So what are the current trends at the state and federal government level that are likely to influence pharmacy practice? The national conversation about healthcare as a right and not a privilege, and whether universal health care provided by the government or by a combination of government and private insurance is the best for America's health care. The disparities in access to health care in rural areas and underserved populations. The rising cost of health care to individuals, organizations, and state and federal governments. The development of public health systems manage disasters at both the state and federal levels. For example, disasters like COVID-19, hurricanes, violence, terrorism, and others. The need for government support of healthcare research and public health. The need for state and federal governments to recognize pharmacists as healthcare providers, and the need for state and federal governments and insurers to develop equitable systems for payment of services provided by pharmacists and other health professionals. I encourage you as a citizen to vote for candidates that are informed about health care and are advocates for health care quality, and affordability. So what are the trends in hospital and community pharmacy settings that are fostering changes in pharmacy practice? The development of vertical health systems to coordinate the overall care that patients need throughout their life, acute, primary care, emergency care, pharmacy care, and other health services. The use of healthcare teams that include pharmacists to optimize patient care in inpatient and outpatient settings of healthcare systems. The use of large healthcare databases to analyze and determine best practices for cost-effective population and precision medicine. The use of new automation and technologies that improve the quality and cost-effectiveness of patient care. The changing roles of pharmacists. The changing roles of pharmacy technicians. The increase in number of pharmacists who have completed PGY1 or both a PGY1 and PGY2 programs. The increasing number of pharmacists who become board certified. Many health system pharmacy leaders have successfully convinced hospital executives and physician leaders that pharmacists are essential members to patient care teams in hospital and ambulatory care settings. Positions for pharmacists and clinical pharmacy specialists in areas like critical care, emergency medicine, oncology, transplantation, and others are likely to continue to grow in healthcare systems. Increasing numbers of independent and community chain pharmacies have expanded patient care services beyond dispensing and counseling, and now include comprehensive medication management, immunizations, health and wellness, and or disease state management services. Corporate pharmacy chain leaders are cautiously investing in new patient care services. CVS and Walgreens corporations currently employ nurse practitioners or physician assistants to provide urgent care in many clinics embedded in their pharmacy stores. Walgreens recently announced a plan to add physicians to provide chronic care in new pharmacy stores with expanded clinic space. One must ask why pharmacists are not involved in these clinics. The reasons are multiple, but include the lack of pharmacists being recognized as patient care providers by federal and state governments, the lack of funding for the patient care services provided by pharmacists, and legal concerns because of differences in state pharmacy laws and regulations. At some point, these barriers may be minimized or eliminated and allow pharmacists to join nurses, physician assistants, and physicians to provide chronic patient care in chain pharmacies. If these changes occur, I predict that we will see a rapid growth of pharmacists and clinical pharmacy specialist positions in independent and chain pharmacy settings. So how do these changes affect you as new graduates? Pharmacy will continue to be an important health profession. You should not be worried about radical changes in the profession. The future is unclear whether all pharmacists will become providers of patient care like physicians and nurse practitioners. I'm an optimist because I've watched pharmacy transform from a profession primarily focused on drug dispensing to a profession providing a variety of patient care services. To complete the transformation of pharmacy as a health profession, we will need to embrace change in the current pharmacy practice models in community settings by using technologies and automation for drug dispensing, by elevating the role of pharmacy technicians, by state and federal recognition of pharmacists as healthcare providers, by developing an equitable system for payment of all healthcare professionals, and by advocating change at the local, state, and federal levels. By now you have decided what type of pharmacy practice fits your interest and strengths. Some of you plan to take an entry-level position in a community or hospital pharmacy settings. Others have decided to complete a PGY1 residency program to acquire more education practice experience to be better prepared for positions in community pharmacies, hospitals, and ambulatory settings. Others have decided to complete both a PGY1 and PGY2 residency program to become a pharmacy specialist. There is no right or wrong choice. Your best fit should be driven by your personal strengths, your passion, your pharmacy practice interest, and your current plans for your career and life. After a year or more in practice in your first pharmacist position, I would encourage you to review your career goals based upon your experiences and the changing opportunities to practice pharmacy. Lifelong learning is a must for any health professional. No matter if you enter the profession now or you go on to complete a PGY1 residency program, or you go on to complete both a PGY1 and PGY2 residency programs, you should plan to continue lifelong learning to maintain the competencies needed as a pharmacist in the setting of your choice. In closing, I wish each of you happiness as a pharmacist and happiness in your personal life.
Thank you, Dr. Miller, for your inspiring and insightful remarks. As a small token of our appreciation, we will be sending you a gift to commemorate your time with us today. We have now reached the time in our commencement ceremony that you are all expecting and have come online to witness. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Kim Kilgore, Dean of the School of Arts and Sciences, who will present the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts and Sciences degrees.
We would like to request that the graduates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts and Sciences please stand. Wherever you are, wherever you're watching this, please stand. President Pieper, based on the completion of all academic requirements and on the recommendation of the faculty, I present 123 graduates for the formal conferring of the degree of Bachelor of Arts and Science.
Thank you, Dean Kilgore. Graduates, on the basis of that recommendation and by virtue of the authority vested in me as president of St. Louis College of Pharmacy by the state of Missouri and the Board of Trustees of the college, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree Bachelor of Arts and Science. Graduates, please be virtually seated. Dean Kilgore will be reading the names of our Bachelor of Arts and Science graduates.
Hebo Abud, summa cum laude. Jordan Anderson. Sarah Anderson. Natira Elizabeth Bartels, summa cum laude. McGuire Walter Bartley, cum laude. Quentin Dale Batley, cum laude. Jordan A. Bayless. Clark Zhang Berry, magna cum laude. Leah Michelle Blocker, cum laude. Matthew John Bolamy, cum laude. Lydia M. Braun, summa cum laude. Lauren Brazel, cum laude. Jessica Brewer, magna cum laude. Emily Eileen Broker, summa cum laude. Brene Brown. Summer Danielle Byerly, magna cum laude. Elena Elizabeth Caldwell. Joanna Mary Cowyer. Dominic Joseph Campbell. Catherine Elizabeth Campbell. Jiyoon Choi, cum laude. Taylor Lynn Christian. Ryan Cooley, summa cum laude. Hannah Catherine Delp, summa cum laude. Nicholas Patrick Darty, summa cum laude. Anne Catherine Droege. Morgan Dorothy Elbrecht, summa cum laude. Tyler J. Fechty, summa cum laude. Diana Shahira Fetu. Hyla K. Fish. Erin Nicole Fleming. Elidria J. Franklin. Jared Gargas, magna cum laude. Nicole M. Gasparovic, magna cum laude. Amelia Enos Gautier, summa cum laude. Anne Marie Gerke. Jennifer Sandra German. Lilith Martina Gregorian. Nathan Groves, cum laude. Michaela Galdoni. Randall J. Haley, cum laude. Amber Kathleen Heath. Sydney Drew Hedgecorth, magna cum laude. Annabelle Herr. Abigail E. Hudson, magna cum laude. Jonathan William Hunn II. Julia Huynh, summa cum laude. Najad Idrisovich. Janika Ikeljic. Lenza Johar, cum laude. Rahul Jilakara, summa cum laude. Anastasia Kotera Jones. Amberika Collin. Kaylee Renee Keplinger. Hadley Ann Spencer Curley, magna cum laude. Min Kwang Kim, cum laude. Jessica Marie Kirk. Mansoor Koso, summa cum laude. Allison Nicole Kump, summa cum laude. Brianna R. Landrum, summa cum laude. Jae-boom Lee, summa cum laude. Logan Reed Madice, cum laude. Taylor B. Matson. Kyle Parker Metz, cum laude. Zainab Mosen. Gabrielle Anna Morgan, cum laude. Madison Nicole Morgan. Sierra Jane Morgan. Joshua Modette. Sarah Ray Padilla. Shin Hyun Park, cum laude. Janika Patel, summa cum laude. Jinkle Patel. Krupa Patel, summa cum laude. Mayor Patel. Nicholas F. Pullman, cum laude. Dawson J. Rotterman, cum laude. Abby Marie Rainneck. Afton Marie Richter, summa cum laude. Kristen Elizabeth Ritchie, summa cum laude. Ina Rizvich, magna cum laude. Jacob C. Rowland, magna cum laude. Matthew G. Ruvanov, cum laude. Katie Ann Sanders. Matthew John Shapey, summa cum laude. Kelsey Ray Schmidt. Carissa Schock, magna cum laude. Sarah Christine Schriever, summa cum laude. Alexandra K. Schroeder, magna cum laude. Clayton Jared Selby, magna cum laude. Yasmin Selimovich. Ghazal Shami El Shaabi, summa cum laude. Ariel R.D. Sharon. Simran Lala Owaimaro Singh. Megan Elizabeth Smith, summa cum laude. Tia Brianna Smith. Bailey Elise Sparkman, cum laude. Anna Marie Starkey. Philip W. Stegman, summa cum laude. Keelan J. Stein. Emily Rose Stevenson, summa cum laude. Emily Nicole Stock, summa cum laude. Angela Diane Stratman. Elena Stroman, cum laude. Gage M. Summers. Yeram Esther Talk, cum laude. Madison Lynn Thompson, cum laude. Riley Lynn Trusser, cum laude. Teo Trang. Carson Von Alst. Dominique Kim Vu, summa cum laude. Mackenzie Wagner, summa cum laude. Keegan Brett Wilson. Alexandria Taylor Wright, summa cum laude. Miriam Shafiq Yahya. Mohima Yasmin. Dayoung Yi, magna cum laude. Andrew Jang, cum laude. Kun Zhao.
Thank you, Dean Kilgore. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Brenda Gleason, Interim Dean of the School of Pharmacy, who will present the graduates for the Doctor of Pharmacy degree.
Good morning. While this feels a little different doing this virtually, we would like to request that the graduates for the degree of Doctor of Pharmacy please stand. Wherever you are, wherever you may be watching this, please stand. President Pieper, based on the completion of all academic requirements and on the recommendation of the faculty, it is my privilege to present 101 graduates for the formal conferring of the degree of Doctor of Pharmacy.
Thank you, Interim Dean Gleason. Graduates, on the basis of that recommendation and by virtue of the authority vested in me as President of St. Louis College of Pharmacy by the State of Missouri and the Board of Trustees of the college, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree Doctor of Pharmacy. Congratulations, graduates, and wherever you are, be seated. While our graduates have already received their diplomas, we would like to honor them and their accomplishments on an individual basis. Interim Dean Gleason will be reading their names.
Asma Hamed Almobied. Sultan Munif Alotabi. Mohammed Al-Rashed, with honors. Iman Amor. Elizabeth Jane Anderson, with honors. Bailey Lynn Archer, with honors. Anne Jolie Armstrong, with honors. Joseph Micah Bates, with honors. Ryan N. Bront, with honors. Zachary Taylor Brown, with honors. Misty Paulette Bittner. Mary Jacqueline A. Cabreros. John Michael S. Charles, with honors. Anna Chung. Bradley Edward Collins, with honors. Robert Lieben Corley, with honors. Taylor Lynn Cox. Drew Diekman, with honors. Kalechi Divine Ezekwem. Megan Chantel Fuller. Cedric Gael Galaja Winju. Samantha Diane Grimm. John Grossman. Naomi Janelle Harper. Sobia S. Hassan. Wesley Glenn Haskins, with honors. Sama Ahmed Hassan. Alexander Lee Harold, with honors. Peter B. Hibbler, with honors. Kristen Aaron Holbrook, with honors. Mackenzie Nicole Hollingsworth. Elizabeth Hong. Julie Ann Hubbard, with honors. Dylan Zachary Saul Huber, with honors. Courtney Chadidma Ijoma. Jennifer Lynn Jabin. Corina Christine Johnson. Jae Young Ju, with honors. JC Joseph, with honors. Ernest Patrick Kamara. Satya Kanthapudi, with honors. Crystal Angel Clott, with honors. Joseph Thomas Kotzibar, with honors. Patrick Laalu Ladapo, with honors. Carol-Ann Margaret Lang, with honors. Maria Teresa Lang. Yoon Hyung Lee, with honors. Jennifer Renee Leggins, with honors. Justin Clark Lidke, with honors. Courtney Bianca Manning, with honors. Rachel Patricia Marshy, with honors. Kenley June Masterson, with honors. Gina Chiamaka Mbachu, with honors. Lauren Nicole McCauley, with honors. Caleb Charles McLeod, with honors. William O. Miller, with honors. Shakira Moten. Megan Lee Moynihan, with honors. Samuel C. Myers. Heather Ann Newman. Dennis Mai Wynn, with honors. Kelsey Wynn. Lynn D. Nguyen, with honors. Sarah Elizabeth Noble. Chadenma Olivia Okey. Adela Omeragic. Olu Washegun A. Oyempemi. Kelsey Danielle Page, with honors. Bradley Parks, with honors. Avatar S. Patel, with honors. Nirali Patel. Nisha Nitin Patel. Nicholas Andrew Pauley, with honors. Alonzo Pierre. Ivan Torrance Porto, with honors. Joanna Mary Gratella Ramos, with honors. Carrie Riley, with honors. Kelly Reyna, with honors. Elizabeth A. Ridgway, with honors. Blake Taylor Robbins, with honors. Caitlin E. Schaefermeyer, with honors. Shrenik Deepak Shaw. Ashley Nicole Schumann, with honors. Nizdar Slavoni, with honors. Dimpy Sohel, with honors. Ashish Shriram, with honors. Benjamin David Sweetholm, with honors. Chris Ty, with honors. Merlin Thodathil. Micah M. Velasquez, with honors. Domenica B. Walsh. Cecil Jacqueline Wong. Rachel Marie Watson, with honors. Cameron Malcolm Whitlock, with honors. Matthew T. Wickenhauser. Leo Peng Yang. Joyce H. Yee. Harrison S. Yoon, with honors. Yunjin Doyu. Alisa Wei Zhang, with honors. Adila H. Zulkifli, with honors. Congratulations, class of 2020. You will always live in my heart as my class of trailblazers.
Thank you, Interim Dean Gleason, and congratulations to our 2020 Doctor of Pharmacy graduates. All of our graduates who have graduated today are alumni of St. Louis College of Pharmacy. And our Doctor of Pharmacy graduates are part of a very
Would the pharmacists in the audience please join these Doctor of Pharmacy graduates and recite along with me the Oath of the Pharmacist printed in your commencement program. I promise to devote myself to a lifetime of service to others through the profession of pharmacy. In fulfilling this vow, I will consider the welfare of humanity and relief of suffering my primary concerns. I will apply my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability to assure optimal outcomes for my patients. I will respect and protect all personal and health information entrusted to me. I will accept the lifelong obligation to improve my professional knowledge and competence. I will hold myself and my colleagues to the highest principles of our profession's moral, ethical, and legal conduct. I will embrace and advocate changes that improve patient care. I will utilize my knowledge, skills, experiences, and values to prepare the next generation of pharmacists. I take these vows voluntarily and with the full realization of the responsibility with which I am entrusted by the public.
As we close our ceremonies today, there are another group of individuals who we should all recognize. All of the parents, spouses, children, siblings, relatives, and friends of these graduates. You have all worked very hard to see this day come true, and I know it means a lot to you. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you from all of us at the St. Louis College of Pharmacy. During the year of celebration of our sesquicentennial anniversary in 2014, Dr. Bob Zabrowski, professor of history and chair of our Department of Liberal Arts, uncovered the text to a class song from the class of 1921 while studying archival material of the history of the college. Dr. Tristan Frampton, assistant professor of music and director of our Royal Chorale, set these newly discovered lyrics from 1921 to music to honor our 150th anniversary, and we have declared this our alma mater. Please join, wherever you are, Dr. Tristan Frampton in singing our alma mater, which you can find in your program. Tristan.
Dear alma mater, thy name is sweet to me. Our hearts are all for thee, St. Louis College of Pharmacy. Thy halls shall honored be throughout this great country. For all eternity, St. Louis College of Pharmacy. Those days of youth which all of us spent with thee form our dear history. Dear alma mater, could they renew it be? We'd live our days with thee all eternity. Dear alma mater.
Are from that famous Irish blessing. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. May the rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. May green be the grass you walk on. May blue be the skies above you. May pure be the joys that surround you, and may true be the hearts that love you. It has been my great pleasure as president to preside over these ceremonies today. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to each of you who have joined us virtually today to share in this historic celebration. I wish you all health and safety, and I hope for better times ahead. Thank you for joining us today, and good afternoon.
Thank you, Matt.
Dear alma mater, thy name is sweet to me. Our hearts are all for thee, St. Louis College of Pharmacy. Thy halls shall honored be throughout this great country. For all eternity, St. Louis College of Pharmacy. Those days of youth which all of us spent with thee form our dear history. Dear alma mater, could they renew it be? We'd live our days with thee for all eternity. Dear